Hello everyone, this is Rahul Bawar and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the interview questions that were asked in TCS. And again, the interview took place in the month of December. Let us thank our subscriber who has shared us these questions so that it can help others who are watching this video or they are preparing for the interview. So thank you, dear subscriber. And without wasting much time, let us get started. And while I do so, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because regularly I'll be posting videos related to interview questions and scenarios. So again, the experience was for 3 to 5 years of experience. The recruiter contacted from Naukri portal, or I think they contacted him, and the interview was scheduled. So mostly the skill set that was expected was end-to-end knowledge on Tableau desktop and SQL and some part of server as well. So this was the primary role. So like the typical role of how a Tableau developer would look like. So that was the initial screening that the recruiter asked when they called. And after that, the interview was scheduled. So it all started with a very basic question that I always tell you to prepare. That is, tell me something about yourself. Okay. So always, try to play this question with the roles and responsibilities that you do day in and day out. The most easiest thing. Okay. So as a developer, what do you do when you log in today? Or what were your recent accomplishments or any challenges you are facing in the current scenario? So there need not be any static answer to that you have developed so many dashboards. Your current client is this, your previous client was this. You can also make it innovative and tell them, okay, so currently I'm working on so and so project or so and so client, and we are developing this dashboard, and these are the challenges that I'm facing, or this is what we have done, or these are our accomplishments. So you can make it innovative, and you can tell that also, because see, Tableau is basically a data visualization tool, which means I will create a dashboard which my client requires. Okay. Or you will create a dashboard or a design according to your client's requirement. Okay. And the challenges I might get or you might get might differ. Okay. So you can play and be natural as much as possible, because we don't want to be stereotyped and have a very typical answer to this question. So you can make it innovative and make him feel that okay, you are working, and this is how you are day in and day out. Okay. So because this is first question, the interviewer would be very serious, or he'll be listening to you with the concentration. So I request whoever is watching this video to pay attention to the answer of this question. So have a draft to prepare, like 2 to 3 drafts you can prepare, and maybe you can you know uh, practice by standing in front of the mirror, so that you are answering this question very perfectly. Because every interviewer will ask you this question, but the way of asking question will be little different, but for sure this is what you will be getting. Okay. So based on that, I want you to have a different narrations of the same thing that you're doing. Okay. So if you need any help in this, you can contact me, or you can email me. We will take it forward, and we can see how best we can you know uh, try to explain your scenario. And let us get to the second question here. Why do you prefer extract connections in Tableau? Again, this is a very a standard question, and and the answer to this simply relies on the client. Okay. So one thing that I can tell is, like, based on volume, we decide whether it has to be a live or extract connection. Now the term volume will differ. Like for me, 10 is a very huge volume. For you, 10 might be very less. It can be anything. Okay. So again, check with client and see when is your data getting updated. Is it getting updated frequently, or is it getting updated once in a day? So when it is getting updated once in a day, why do you want to have a live connection? You can have an extract scheduled after the database is refreshed. So like that, you can prefer that. So why I prefer extract is because extracts are always faster compared to live connection, and they do not continuously try to fetch the data by connecting to client. So all this happens in extract thing. So that is why, and while reading the data from extract connection, it's a columnar reading. And when Tableau is creating an extract and it is saving, it clearly knows, what and what, where, and how the information is being stored. So that next time you ask the same question, it will try to bring in that information in a very fast manner. Okay, so that's why extracts are always preferred compared to live correction here. Now, before hyper, what was the extension? Which one is used for extract? So now here we need to understand is hyper is one technology that Tableau has adapted or it has purchased. Okay, so it is like it's in-memory tool, or the way Tableau connects to database, brings in data, it creates visualization. All of this is happening through a Tableau's engine, and all of that is being taken care by Hyper engine here. Okay, and before Hyper, the technology or what we had was dot td. The extracts were like this, and we used to call it as Tableau data extract. But now if you see and if you try to create an extract, you will see that it is Hyper here. Okay, so let us try to see that. I'm going to my Tableau and I'm just trying to make it extract here, and extract. And if I come back here, okay, 1 second. So it is not asking actually. So let us so when you try to create an extract, it generally asks or it shows that name where we can uh, see that it is Hyper. So that is one thing. And what is incremental refresh? Can you explain? So generally when Tableau is trying to connect to data and it is trying to create an extract, what happens is I'm going to data source, and if I try to change it to extract, okay, now extract is getting created. If I go to sheet 3, it will ask, okay, why is it not asking? Okay, let us create a new thing here. Maybe it has already stored that information. I'm connecting to new thing here, and I'm connecting to sample superstore, going to data source and changing the connection to extract. Now after I do this, I go here. Now you see it is asking. You see the Hyper. Earlier it used to show .td as the extension, but now it is showing as Hyper. That is one thing. Now after you can save it here. Okay, I already have the extract. Now whenever this extract is happening, what is happening is it is creating that extract. Okay, the complete records are reloaded, or basically suppose I have 100 records today and tomorrow you are scheduling it again. So normally it recreates that extract. But when I say incremental refresh, you see here, we need to only the new records will be added to that existing file. And for that we need to tell Tableau that using which field it can identify those new records. So mostly it can be your primary key column, which does not have duplicate, or your date fields which keep adding the latest data. So based on that it can bring in the data. Now see here, when I select incremental refresh, it is asking or showing us the information like table to refresh. So you can tell what is the table and what is the column it can use to identify the new records that are there. That way we can tell Tableau that ki boss, using these two fields you can bring in new information. So basically it does a minus b and it will get you the latest record. So that is about incremental refresh. What is Aliases? and is it visible in database? See, aliases is nothing but having a name to your object here. Okay, so like, you don't want to have suppose if I am going here again, I'm canceling here, I want to change, I'm going to order id here, or maybe, okay, here I'm taking category item here. So client asked me that, he does not want to see furniture, office supplies like that. He has an alternate name. He want an alternate name. You can click on this and click on aliases, and you can write here alias whatever you want. So I want furniture to be displayed as fun, or office supplies would be only supplies, and technology would be, like, say, I would tell digital. Now these changes that you are doing to your actual value will reflect only at a Tableau level. We are not going to do any changes at the database level. This is something that you need to understand, or you need to remember here. Okay, so that is what the question is, very tricky here. What is alias and is it visible in the database? So simply you can tell that it is not visible and it is available only at a Tableau level or at a database level. Even in SQL, if you try to write or create an alias, that is only till the query execution part, or only in the current SQL. It does not impact your database or tables. Okay, so that is one thing that you need to remember about aliases. Next is, what is data blending and joins and types of joins. So this sixth and seventh question are very, very, very important. So I'm seeing that, a lot of stress is being made on these two questions in the last 5 interviews that I have seen. Okay, so data blending, we know that, okay, whenever we are getting the data from different data sources, we use data blending. And if you are getting data from a similar, same data source and different tables, we use joins. So you need to be very clear about how this joins and blending works. I've already created a separate video for this. I'll be posting that in the description box. You can go and, check that thoroughly and make sure you are perfect in these two concepts. I hope it is clear till here. Next is, when you apply blend, what kind of join will that refers to? So generally, when you are making a blend, it typically behaves as a left join. Okay, but the main difference between a join and blend is, a join combines the data and then it aggregates, whereas in blending it is opposite. A blending first aggregates and then combines the data. So this difference, or this point, if you can tell in interview, you will get 2 marks for 1 mark, like double the marks you will get, because not many will be able to tell what is the functionality that is happening at the back end. So that is why it is very important for you to understand how the blending works. See, definition wise, I think, by now everyone of us will tell that, okay, array, whenever it is different data source, blending, that's it, simple, point one, over. But I am expecting from you guys that you will answer like this to gain some extra points, or to show the confidence to the interviewer that, okay, you know the concept of working. So that is what will make you difference from the other candidates who are coming in the interview. So that is why, for your reference, I have written here so that you can read and save it. Next is, do you know anything about LODs and when we use exclude, fixed, and include? Okay, so one important question again on LODs. Okay, so generally when I have observed that whenever the question comes related to LODs, many of our, subscribers or students, or, I want to make it generic, but, they fear answering this question. They only tell that, okay, or I haven't worked extensively, something like that. But, I have prepared one video, detailed video on LODs concept. Okay, so I'll paste the link of that. Make sure you are, watching that video completely. At least if you can tell the scenarios that are present in that video, that is enough. Okay, so I've clearly defined what is LOD, how many types of LODs are there, and how we can, differentiate from one LOD to another LOD. This is very, very important. So I'm marking a star. Make sure you are preparing for this question. It's a definite question that will come in the interview. Okay, and this blending question, these 2 to 3 questions, I want you guys to be very perfect. The 7 8, okay, 6 7 8 9, these are like very important questions in terms of any interview that you're going. Okay, and this will definitely make difference in concluding whether you are a good candidate or a bad candidate. So that's why stress on this question and prepare for this. Next is, what is context filter and why we use it? So filter means basically restricting data that we all know. Context means a filter on a filter. Simple. Okay. So what is group and set? Group is you are manually grouping what kind of customers you need into one group. Set means it is a conditional object. So that is one common difference that we can tell between a group and a set. So can we use groups in calculations? So this is one confusion that many of us have, that we can use or not. Let us clarify that. So for that, I'm connecting to my Tableau and I'm going to worksheet, and I'm just creating a group here so that we can see if we can really use this. And I'm just selecting few customers from here and creating group, and customer A I'm writing. Okay, and I'm including other. So technically we have two here. Now I'm going to create a calculated field on top of this. Okay, now you see we got group here. Now I'm trying to write a calculation on top of this. Now you will only tell me the answer to this. If customer name group is equal to test. Okay, if is equal to test, then give me sales, and that's it. Okay, and I'm simply doing a sum of this. Okay, I'm clicking on apply, and if I take this calculation 1, I'm getting some result, and if I take this customer name, I'm getting some customers here. Okay, or else, okay, so where is our group? What did we write here? It is okay, so it is customer name A, sorry. So I'm giving customer name here, customer A. Click on apply. Now you see, only for those customers that are part of this group, we are getting the sales. So the answer to this question, now you can tell me in the description box whether we can use calculation, or sorry, groups in calculation or not. One difference is, we already talked about this, that set is a conditional object. Okay, which means, and the other point we can tell is static and dynamic. 2 points we can tell about set and group. What is referential integrity? Referential integrity means you are telling Tableau that, boss, for every record in Tableau or in a table, you can expect a matching record in another table. Simple. If I keep it in very simple language, like say order ID is there. In table A, I have order ID. And in table B also, I have order ID related other information. So I'm telling Tableau ki boss, if I tell Tableau ki assume referential integrity, it means that I'm telling Tableau ki you can expect one matching record for this order ID column, like that. Okay, so that is referential integrity. So what is hierarchies? I have field city created hierarchy. I want to use same field in another hierarchy. So this is one interesting or tricky question. So many might get confused that, I already have a hierarchy created city. So can I use the same field or not? Okay, so let us see this practically so that we can eliminate the confusion for the future. Now I have a location here, city. Okay, and I have other hierarchy called as product. Now he's telling that this city he want to reuse in another hierarchy. So let us try that. If I click on that and go to hierarchies, you see there is only one option called as remove from hierarchy. So an object that is already existing as a part of hierarchy, we cannot add that in another hierarchy. But what we can do, if at all we really want to use, you can duplicate it, and you can remove it from an existing hierarchy, and then you can add it. Now add to hierarchies, you will get that option. Okay, so this is the answer for that. So what is parameter? And again, this is a very selected question. How do you extract file? Can you tell me the steps here? So you can now tell the steps that are available at the, like, you will go to connection, change it from extract, and it will get created, and then you will connect to that. So that steps you can tell here. So that is about extract. What is the maximum number of table we can join? It is 32. Okay, and how will you generate reports? Again, this is one very generic question that the interviewer has asked. So to answer to this question, maybe you can ask him more information, like what exactly is he expecting on this, or you can directly tell that, okay, we get the requirement, we connect to the database, we create a dashboards, and we publish it to server, or we create a PDF format of that, or we create an image format of it and we share with the client. Like that, you can generalize the process of development of your report, and you can tell them. So that is generate reports. Okay, so that's why, if at all the interviewer is asking a very specific question or expecting a specific answer from you, then you can ask him what is he expecting from this, and based on that you can try to answer. Next is, what is the size of table you used and how many rows you used in Tableau table. So again, one question. So you can tell that the volume of your data basically. So is it in millions or billions, like that? So you can talk about that, and I think that should be good. Okay, so I think that's it from my side in this video. These were the questions asked. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment section. I'll try to post a video related to that. And don't forget to comment, guys, and see you in the next video. Till then, have a good day and bye-bye.